So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Back to the air, Lynch after the pick six. Caught left side, Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 21 that time. And that leads to a Dallas first down.
Here we go now. Back up,
They'll give to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
Nine yards to go. It's third down.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. It's Lynch. And he's got his man. It's Escobar. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let them know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Lynch. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 3rd and 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. To throw is Lynch. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Turn to the power game to try to get in. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. 3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. They'll run with Elliott, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Through. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Marlon Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. On now is Brad Wing to kick it away for the Giants. Lucky Whitehead back deep for Dallas. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Lynch. To the right side, complete to Escobar. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Here's Lynch to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Lynch looking to throw on second. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So the offense has it first and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From midfield now, here's Lynch. Incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Still 9 yards to go on third down.
Gun! Set! Leopard! No. Check! Patriot!
Off the play fake. Here's Lynch. On the move to his left. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Chris Conley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Forced out to his left. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the gun on third down, Manning. And incomplete here on third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. On second down, Lynch. He dumps off to Morris. Give him 7 on the play, and just like that, it's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And now Lynch. And he's got his man. It's Escobar. And they get 14 yards there and a first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rap.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Lynch. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Here we go now. Green, 30.
On third down, Lynch. Trying here for Bryant, and now nothing but green ahead of him. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
One receiver left, two to the right. 2nd and 10 now. It's Lynch. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A good pickup there, 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. After that throw, and there's definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Gavin Escobar, his big tight end, was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Lynch to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. This is caught by Jackson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side. It's Beckham. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Manning now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Eli Manning. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And it's up and good. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Eluding the pressure right. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. Now the ball comes loose.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. Escobar with it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Lynch. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Williams loses the football, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled down.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They come up at an offset eye. And they give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second down, 9 yards to go. Manning the throw on 2nd down. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Well, big man.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
They come up in an offset eye. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception picked off by Landon Collins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Now out come the Giants. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
At the beginning of the year, they said we want to win 9 games. They just got that 9th win.
And congratulations to them. That's fantastic. Team goal met. And they still have opportunity to go above that number.